Hello and welcome to the MRC Thursday Touring Car Championship. This is round 3, race 1 at Donnington Park. On screen you can see the top 10 results from qualifying. With less than a second between the top 4 and Andy and Jay starting in 8th and 9th, this race is shaping up to be a right cracker. So let's jump trackside and get this race underway. Okay, so here we are waiting for lights out at Donnington for our 15-minute sprint. Okay, and they're off. Cracking start there from Tom. Absolutely launched it, and yeah, Dan's done really well in the BMW as well. Both those showing that the BMW can be an absolute machine off the line if you get it right. Everyone looks pretty tidy going into turn 1. Can't see too many little scuffles going on at the moment. Everyone's coming down the hill quite nicely. Have a look at Jay, who had a real unfortunate time in qualifying. He's down in 10th at the moment, just following behind Andy. Okay, so we've got Dan up front, followed by Tom, followed by Ben, and then we've got Manx, who's putting the pressure on Ben a little bit. Everyone's being pretty conservative at the moment though, not being too stupid. All about being careful at the moment. Okay, so coming around the back end of the track now. Just coming up to the chicane, riding McKeith. He's doing really well. He's up in 5th, putting a lot of pressure on Manx. Oh, he's trying on the outside. Is he going to be able to keep the speed going through there, or is Manx just going to outbrake him? And here comes Aircall behind. Oh, bit of contact. Aircall's on the grass, and he's coming back on the track like a missile, almost smashing into Andy as well though. Andy manages to hold him off though. Aircall's off again. Managing to come back on the track this time without getting in anybody's way or interfering with anything. Jackson did quite well there, but I think he lost out a little bit. Oh, Ollie's making a move there on Keith. Nice little duck up the inside there. Okay, so approaching the back straight now. I'm all over the back of Keith there, trying to make a move up the inside. Keith's holding me off though. Coming up to the chicane again. Such an awkward track to overtake on this one. Okay, so start at lap 3. Keeps really putting the pressure on Ollie there. Ollie's not giving up though. Nice little battle going on for 5th at the moment. Nice tidy racing. Keeping it nice and close but not being stupid. Oh, it looks like I'm making a move up the inside of Keith there, I think. He's just got the distance. I just can't catch him for that braking zone. Unless I launch it up the inside like a madman, but that's never going to happen. It's not an idea. Starting to make a little bit of traction here on the outside. Side by side coming into the first corner. Late on the brakes. Keith carries better speed through there though. Looks like he's going to take the position back. Yep, we're side by side coming down the hill. A little bit of contact there. Both managed to hold it though, and then Keith, yeah, just takes the position straight back off me again. So back to square one, trying to find another way around now. Okay, so we've got Manx in, he's in 4th there, followed by Ollie. Then we've got Keith, then we've got me. Andy and Jay are just behind me. So approaching the back straight again now. Not many position changes at this point. Nice close racing though. Keith's still got the pressure there for Ollie. Ollie just can't get away from him. Keith just can't get away from me, and I can't get away from Andy. All this amount of drama going on behind, it looks like Jay's had a spin. Let's have a look at the replay. Okay, so this is Jay coming into the chicane. Slightly wide there. Yeah, a couple wheels on the grass. Game over, straight into the wall. That's a shame. He's not going to be happy with that. And he's darting off into the pits. Okay, so back down with the four McGanns. We got Ollie still in front, and we've got Keith, myself, and then Andy. No one's really gaining or gapping on anybody, but I can tell you, I'm starting to get a little bit frustrated with the fact that I'm still behind Keith, so I'm proper pushing to try and get past him. Oh, and I've gone up on two wheels, clipped the curb. Let's have a replay of this. So this is from my perspective. I saw it opening, went to take it, but Keith just closed the door on me, which is perfectly within his rights to. I really shouldn't have tried making that move, to be fair, and that made me run wide and then ended up giving the position to Andy. So seeing this again from Andy's perspective, yeah, it was very reckless of me, to be fair. I should have been a lot calmer given that situation and just bided my time, but unfortunately that's racing. Just trying to get the points, want to climb the championship a little bit, so you know, got to make these tough calls. That was a rookie mistake, to be fair. But so now we've got Ollie, followed by Keith, followed by Andy, followed by me. So jumping back to the front, we've got Dan, Ben, Tom, Manx, Ollie, Keith, Andy, myself, and then we've got Steve. Cool, who's having some connection problems, I think, today. He's being chased by Jackson. Looks like he's suffered a bit of damage from his off from earlier. Then we've got Gary, who's a newcomer to the championship. And there's Phil. Frankie. And then unfortunately Jay's in last after his pit stop. So jumping back now with Tom and Manx. They're both battling now for third. Coming down the bottom of the hill. Still quite a gap between these two at the moment, but anything's possible, especially at Donnington. It catches a lot of people out. Okay, so we're back with Keith now. He's being put under pressure by Andy. Looks like Ollie's made a little bit of a jump as well. He's doing alright, disappearing from the other two. Oh, actually, no. I was like, what am I talking about? Ollie's actually now behind Andy. I missed that. Not quite sure what went on there. Looks like Andy's just slightly too far back to make a move on Keith at the moment, but oh, Keith goes slightly wide. Is that going to give Andy an opportunity coming down the hill? Just tucks in behind him nicely, trying to take as much speed down there as possible. Trick is in a situation like that, though, is not to outbrake yourself and then just punt the guy at the bottom of the hill just straight off. But no, everything's going good so far. Yeah, Andy's closed that gap hard. He's going to try it around the outside. Looks like Keith possibly cut the corner there, I think. He might slow down. One thing that we've been experiencing hard with this track is track limits. I'll bring up a little track penalty list in a second. It'll tell you exactly where people are standing after track limits have been applied, or track penalties, sorry, have been applied. In the process of me stumbling over my own words there, Ollie's managed to get past Keith as well as Andy. He must have slowed down after cutting that corner to save himself from track penalties. So now Andy's up in 5th. Great little back between these. Oh, and Keith's just going to go straight around Ollie before the first corner there. Will he keep hold of it? I think so, yep. Great racing from these guys. Andy's now making quite a gap on Keith. Okay, so let's go on board with Ollie. We're looking to make that position back from Keith from earlier on. Nice line through there. That's what I should have done earlier. Approaching the back straight. Nice speed carried through there, but Keith's playing very defensively. He's doing really well. He's coming up the chicane now. I doubt Ollie's going to do anything silly here. Oh, he carried good speed through there though, ducking left and then coming back in was definitely a good idea. And Keith lost a lot of speed by diving straight at the apex. It looks like Ollie lifted slightly there. I think he was again avoiding track penalties. Just passing Frankie there, getting out of the way for everyone. A little jump in the video there, I do apologise about that. Looks like he's going to try and make a move, but Keith isn't having it. He's defending really strong. Yeah, so looking trackside. Ollie's all over Keith. It looks like Keith cut that corner again, to be fair. I think he might be struggling a little bit there. Such an easy corner to get wrong. Right, so if we look up in the top corner, we can see the time penalties. At the moment, we've got... Sorry, I completely lost my train of thought. Dan's got a 1 second, Tom's got 1, Phil's got 1, Gary's got 1, Ben's got 2, Steve's got 2, Max has got 3. Right, so hang on, just jumping back with the action. We've got Tom, Ben and Max here, all going for it down the hill. Nice. Yeah, well I was reading out the time penalties, I think Ben went wide, which is what gave Tom the jump on the inside. So Max is going to try and get past Ben as well. Nicely tucked in there. Oh, Ben had one hell of a little run through there. I think he may have had to slow down a little bit again. Max got past him far too easy there. Yeah, Tom's starting to create quite a gap between these two now. Ben's not letting Max have it easy though, he's trying to keep the pressure. So as it stands with the time penalties, if we're looking up the top corner, we've got Tom, where's he at? Yeah, he's got 1 second, Ben's got 2 and Max has got 3, so technically speaking Max would be behind Ben on track at the moment, so he needs to get his finger out and push on that little bit harder. Good work in the braking zone there. 2 minutes left on the clock. It's probably the start of the last lap now. Oh, Max is trying to make a move up the inside of Tom. Coming down the hill side by side. Oh, slight contact between them there. Max has gone off. Oh, and it's knocked Tom off as well. Max has gone off hard though, he's snapped completely the wrong way there. Oh, let's have a look at that again from another perspective. So this is looking at it from Tom. Yeah, a little bit of contact. Tom snaps but manages to hold it. Launched Max off completely in the wrong direction there. Got a feel for him in that situation. And Tom had to slow down for cutting the corner, and that's given Ben the jump on the inside. Unfortunately though, little taps like that happen when you're all driving flat out. Okay, so there goes Dan coming across the finish line with a nice 10-second lead there, very healthy, 1 second time penalty, so he's got first. And here comes Tom and Ben towards the final chicane. Absolutely on the ragged edge these two. Oh, and it's going to pretty much be a photo finish between the two of them. Here comes Andy, followed by Ollie, followed by Manx and Keith. So Andy finishes comfortably in 4th, followed by Ollie, followed by Manx, followed by Keith. And we've got Gary, who I think was a lap down. It was me and Steve. Frankie again, I think, was a lap down. Okay, so end of the race with all the time penalties and everything else applied. We've got Dan in 1st, Tom in 2nd, Ben in 3rd, Manx in 4th, Andy in 5th, Keith in 6th, Ollie in 7th, Steve in 8th. Then we've got, sorry, the screen moved on me, I wasn't expecting it. Then we've got me in 9th, Aircall in 10th, Jackson in 11th, Phil in 12th, Gary in 13th, Jay in a disappointing 14th, and Frankie in 15th. So that's race 1 for this week, guys. Hopefully I'll have the next race highlights posted in the next couple days. But yeah, stay tuned for my channel for more of these races, and yeah, hope you enjoy. Thank you very much.